supposed to be a progressive.
No.
We live, y'all. We live.
We know.
We know that. It says live. It was in the corner over there.
You lucky I can't do that.
You right there said live.
It did say live.
we know. We do know how to read.
Wait till this go off. I got something for both of y'all ministry.
Mm-hmm. Who that singing? Why ain't that you singing?
Milton
my
Bronson.
song.
Milton Bronson singing.
I know who's singing the song, but somebody on here was singing.
That was my alter ego.
All I hear is Milton.
Oh, okay.
Because he wrote it. Wayne, who sang this?
Huh?
Who sang this?
Who's singing?
Yeah.
Oh, that was me. I'm sorry. That was my alter ego.
I'm talking about the artist.
You still trying to wake up, Marty?
I'm back.
You know we live though. You know we live though. What's going on, Bryce?
Right, Bishop. Wayne, I know that's your radio. With you. Can you turn it down?
You know we live. That might have been my phone.
Thank you. I'm the DJ right now.
Lucky us.
Hello.
What's up, Simo? What's up, Bishop? Bishop, I will be with you in 2 Sundays. What's up, everybody? We are live tonight. We weren't live last week. We are live tonight, and I got my crew with me. Got Brenda and Pastor Wayne with me. You all say hello to everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Y'all, Bishop Milliken said, "Is the mayoral election soon?"
Tell him to go on Twitter.
Bishop,
He can find out a lot on Twitter.
I find that nonsense out on IG, Doc. I did. Yeah. I thought you have to have a clean record to run for mayor or something like that, but it's okay.
Oh, see, you talking about something different. Oh, that's what he's talking about?
I would imagine so.
No, tell him don't do it. Don't do it.
Anyway,
It's kind of early. It's kind of
Really?
like 2026, is it something like that? Yeah.
See, you too much.
All right.
See, you almost made me get in trouble. I was about to say that name. You was about to get me in trouble. Damn it.
So, all right. So he said, "Yep."
Ooh, Jesus.
Can y'all say Lord's Jesus? Okay. All right. Hey, y'all, we got some juicy stuff for y'all tonight. Y'all like and share. Tag it on somebody's page. Y'all know we ain't never scared. Ain't none of us scared. We ain't never scared to bite our tongues.
Not at all.
I just took a nap too, y'all. That was a good 30-minute nap.
Oh, you ready?
I'm ready. I was ready. So, all right. Yeah. All right. So where shall we start?
Nice and restful. A friend
recall
declaring that we don't give truth.
Wayne, you sound like you in that same cave David ran to a Adullam.
What?
Oh, what happened? Hold on.
You sound like you in the cave of Adullam.
Something happened here. Hold on.
Marty, you play too much.
I just be telling the truth.
Yeah, okay.
Start me, sis. Jorge, what's up?
Hey, Jorge.
Jorge said, "Hello, church." We're all at our separate destinations, our places of abode tonight.
I play too much, all of y'all. I was just looking up the recall numbers.
We looking pretty good?
It's over 18,000.
We need to get to 31, right?
25.
Oh, okay. All right. Wayne got to go stand by his Wi-Fi box and put up an antenna and some flyers on there.
He's gonna leave and he'll be back.
Hey, Brenda, you got to put up an antenna with some pliers.
Very messy of you to talk about him like that.
Wayne, come out from among them and be
Coming back, Wayne.
Wayne, Xfinity is the fastest. I have direct stream for cable, but Xfinity is the fastest.
Oh, see, there you go.
I just tells the truth.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Uh-oh. Bishop said recall who? Okay, Bishop.
Pamela Price.
And I almost said the LL.
I'm back.
Don't let me get you in trouble.
Yeah. Wayne, you back? Did you go? You stand by your Wi-Fi?
I'm back.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. So you all, crime has not gone down in Oakland in the last week or so. We finished with comedy right now, y'all. Crime has not gone down. We're still short of police officers. They've been cut. So we'll never reach the 1,100. Uh-oh. Mary Peabody said, how can you sign the recall? I'm glad you asked.
Who said that?
Mary Peabody said, how can you sign the recall?
Oh, Jesus. I guess you're going to be posting it.
Bishop says, sign him. I be up.
Y'all messy. Cut it out.
So a friend of mine said, I saw a friend of mine on the page, Pastor Demetrius Edwards, my friend and brother, went in the grocery store in Rock Ridge, and his wife,
I saw that,
sat in the car, and some guys pull up in an Infiniti. She said, black with tinted windows. I started thinking about my car. I got an Infiniti. It's black with tinted windows, but I was home. Got out of the car, and she made eye contact with him while they was looking through everybody's window and said, ain't nobody scared of you. And they got in the car and took off.
Wow.
This morning.
Wow.
She posted that this morning.
Wow.
So these sorry behind Negroes get up early in the morning like they going to work.
Wow.
And go to it doesn't matter if you're in a nice area, if you're in a lit up area with a bunch of lights and stuff. It doesn't matter. What's up, little Jimmy? It doesn't matter. They are going after whatever they see, and they don't care. And how is crime going to get any better in Oakland when we don't have enough police to even just ride through areas? If we had 400 more police officers, it would be hard to do something like that because they would be scared they would get caught quicker. But since we will never make 1,100 officers under this poor behind administration.
Well, Marty, I was told today that there's a new twist to this crime in Oakland, that they are running electric bicyclists to the curb, then somebody jumps out and grabs the electric bike while the person's on the ground. They're taking electric bikes now.
And where they putting them when they take them?
They using them
in their trucks.
Oh, they putting them in trucks.
Yeah.
But you saw the Walgreens where they were robbing Walgreens and they all was on them electric bikes.
Yeah.
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 They just packed the stuff on and rode on out the door.
But these officers, they don't have enough, man. They can't do everything. They can't get the electric bikes, the skateboarders, the little motorcycles, the go-karts, the snatch and grabs, the bump and runs. There's just so many strategies out there right now these people are using, man.
See, the crazy thing is Oakland claims that they're broke, and we'll get to that in a minute.
They ain't claiming they broke. They broke.
Yeah, but Alameda County ain't broke. So why is not more sheriffs on the street?
Well, Oakland has to pay for that. The sheriffs ain't just coming. The county has to pay those officers, just like Oakland got to pay their officers.
So
yeah, but isn't CHP short as well? Wasn't they trying to hire like 1,000?
Yeah.
Yeah, they short too. Let me look it up because we got to be.
We got to be accurate.
We got to be accurate.
We got to be accurate.
They say
California Highway Patrol.
Got it.
California Highway Patrol officer acquisition.
He's using the big words.
Go, Dr. Wayne.
2023 fiscal budget. Let's see here. For accuracy's sake. Whoa. I haven't seen this. This is new.
What? To fill the 1,000 positions?
There is a merger.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my.
A merger.
Highway Patrol and the state police on the horizon.
State police. I've never seen the state police before.
Oh, they're out there. They ride around in white cars.
White cars.
Yeah.
Bishop Barnes, what's up, man?
Well, that's the only way they're gonna get 1,000 CHP. It's a joint for somebody.
So is it just as hard? You got to have A1 credit like Oakland Police Department for highway patrol and all that stuff? Or
you have to have A1 credit to be a police officer.
Yes, you do. Or you have to show
somebody lied.
No.
You have to show that you won't be compromised.
Exactly.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Or you have to show them that you are working on your credit. I learned that with the Black Officers Association when I first did Solidarity Sunday when the pandemic first started.
Really?
Yes, you have to have.
Well, now you know why they can't fill in positions.
Let's talk about it.
We didn't be accurate. Now let's be accurate.
Let's be accurate.
They got bad credit. Get out of here.
You can't be an officer with bad credit, and you can't have a record. And if you do have bad credit, you have to at least prove to them that you are working on your credit. I knew that 4 years ago.
Well, I wasn't ever planning on being one, so I didn't really care.
No, I wasn't trying to plan on being one anyway. But anybody that wants to be one, they got to take that into heavily consideration.
So for the sake of your friend, let me read what it says officially. So for the sake of your friend, you can go to the website. Here it is, right here. For many years, the concept of consolidating the California State Police with the California Highway Patrol had been discussed and then shelved. But in recent years, reduction in state fiscal resources and a focused effort to streamline government agencies and operations prompted a revival of the joining of the two. So, yeah, they're back on that consolidation program because both the Highway Patrol and the state are California state-run, oversighted departments. Just for your friend to know.
She needs to know.
So our governor oversees that. Yet he want to give reparations to who?
Who?
Okay, I ain't going.
I heard us, but I ain't seen nobody get nothing yet.
Who?
All right, well, they okay. I'm just saying don't be putting them gimmicks out there if they can't come through with it. We didn't get the mule or the acres of land, so.
Somebody called me about the reparations, whatever that is. Like I said, where you get my number from? Let's start there. How you get my number?
They had a workshop. Let me tell y'all this. I got a phone call from Dr. Amos Brown, and I got my sister Tori, Vin, my brother Shy, and Marty was sitting at the table when Dr. Amos Brown called me last Saturday. We were at dinner at the church, and he said they had a conference at Mills College.
They did.
Saturday before last.
Mm-hmm.
He said some bishop, and I'm not going to even name his name.
Oh, let me go look.
Dr. Amos Brown was hotter than fish grease on a Friday night in the Midwest. He called her a prostitute and a hoe.
Wait a minute.
Paris in front of all the clear people. And Amos Brown is her pastor. Kamala is a member of the historic Third Baptist Church of San Francisco and been a member for many years. Dr. Amos Brown said he lit barrel bombs and firecrackers all up his behind. He said that at lunchtime he never came back because Doc let him have it. So he called me, "Oh, Marty, do you know who this bishop somebody is over there in Oakland?" I was like, "Hold on, Bishop, let me find out." And I never could find out who he was. He was a secret.
Oh.
My.
Y'all know Amos Brown wasn't going for that. I'm sorry, Dr. Amos Brown. Y'all know he wasn't going for that.
No.
Y'all know he wasn't. And Kamala is his member. No, he wasn't going for that. So I didn't know nothing about the reparations conference that they had at
I don't
Bill's.
know why not. It was all over. But
they've been advertising it, yeah.
yeah.
I haven't watched the news in a long time since Donald Duck was in office.
Since what?
Donald Duck was in office.
Okay, so we're gonna jump to the budget. What we doing here?
Let's secret bishop. Bars, I'll call you, Bars. I'll call you. Bars said a secret bishop. I forgot the man's name. I'm telling you, I forgot the man's name. But if anybody was there, y'all know what I'm talking about. Amos Brown said he ate it for breakfast, lunch, and supper.
No, not supper.
Supper. Let's go ahead. So let's go ahead. Let's talk about the budget. Brenda, go right ahead. Let me pull it up.
Oh, you got it. You got it. Mm-hmm. So the budget.
The proposed budget, yeah.
Yeah, proposed because it's not going to be voted on until July. But by the end, it's a lot of controversy. A whole bunch of controversy. So this right here might not even come to pass because everybody think they should be excluded and not have money taken away from their budgets.
I think she's trying to reach a 1.7 billion budget mark, right?
No, I thought it was 360. I thought it was 360.
Talking about total.
Oh, I don't know what she trying to see. I don't know what she. Yeah.
She has to reach a deficit of 360
million.
Yeah.
I want to know what's a non-departmental. What is the non-departmental department?
Those are stuff like those departments that don't have a cabinet position, but they're overseen by specific leaders, like maybe community relations, stuff like that. I mean, it's not the fire, the park and recs, the police, those high executive positions that people hold. So non-departmental, those offset budget items that that the city has to pay for, like their city attorney is not considered a department.
They
have to retain an attorney, so that's part of their budget.
So they got a negative 29.12%.
Yeah.
Because they went from 431,000 to 590 down to 418. What is standards? Who are they? The Violence Prevention Department.
How much did they cut?
Well, in 2022, they got 20 million. In 2023, they got 28 million. And this new budget, they're gonna get 20 million. So that's $7,310,000 that they done cut. Almost $8 million, $7.5 million. So the Department of Violence Prevention, they fund the grassroots nonprofits that are doing violence prevention work, the VIs and things of that nature. So that $7 million is going to hit them pretty hard. It's going to cut a lot of programs. It's going to be a lot of fundraising if this is passed, though.
A lot of fundraising, a lot of fish fries,
and chicken dinners.
Chicken dinners.
So
chicken dinners, raffles.
So is it true that she upped hers by $1 million?
I was just trying to find that, Marty, because I read it, but I need to make sure it's accurate because I don't want to put that out there until I have it.
There it is right
$4 million.
She did. Yep.
And now it's $5,100,000.
Yep. Yeah. It's under city council.
So
city council got a raise too.
Of course they did.
Oh.
They need their raise. They ain't done nothing, but they need their raise.
Oh, see, the city attorney got her own line on him, Wayne. You see
Yeah,
that?
but she's not an executive item.
Oh, okay, but she got a raise though.
Yeah.
Mm.
Nah. What about this planning and building? What is that?
That's for the inspectors that, like, if you want to build an addition to your home or to your church, when you put in your plans as a entity to get city approval for your building, the code enforcement falls under that.
So
your
she upped them by $3 million.
Well,
but she merged them, though, right?
Oakland was under fire because all those old buildings that collapsed and caught on fire years ago, they still have to meet that requirement. So they have to hire people to accommodate some of these old buildings. If they're going to bring in new businesses, they have to, in terms of renovation, relocating all that. So they got to have somebody to manage that. That's a department.
So the city auditor and the public ethics commission. City auditor got $1 million raise, got $1 million added, and then the public ethics commission got a $500,000. There's added.
So why are they complaining?
So they want more.
Oh, yeah, they said they're gonna have to cut their services, and a lot of cases are gonna have to be put on hold. So how much more money were they looking for?
For instance, who was it? The housing and community development.
Thanks, Alex. Yeah, we can see that one.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
I widened it out. Violence prevention. They got theirs up by 800,000, huh?
No,
that's decreased.
that was last year, mid-cycle last year.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the third column is the
they're down about 7
million.
So they added.
Yeah, when you see them in the parentheses, that means they're down.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is that? Race and equity is down 19. Let's see what transportation got going on.
Race and equality.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
What they do?
That's the equity department. That's what they're trying to make sure that hiring practices fall within the compliance for the, racial disparity. Make sure there's no unethical hiring in terms of disparities when it comes to white, black, Asian. They're trying to get a good mix, a cultural mix.
Okay, well,
right, Bishop. Y'all see what Bishop say?
What?
So we're in a budget deficit and people are getting raises. Now make that make sense.
So information technology took a hit. That might be a problem.
Well, because they got that lawsuit. So remember, they got hit when they lost all their information through somebody hacked them.
Yeah, we ain't heard nothing about that, have we? We ain't heard nothing about that.
So wait a minute, y'all.
No, but from the police lawsuit, yeah, people from the fire.
Okay, what you done, Wayne?
So why is the police commission?
The police commission that can't find nobody to work to be on the commission? Is that the? Wait a minute, let me see who's that. They got one application.
The city council. Keisha, that ain't what we're hearing, and that ain't what lawsuits are saying.
What?
Keisha said that she was told in her D6 town budget meeting that the ransom attack wasn't that bad. We're not hearing that. We're hearing that it was back.
No. I'll get the information for you. There they go again. Let me make sure. Hold on.
You got some people complaining that their stuff was compromised.
A whole bunch
It
of
was
people's
compromised. You had several from the police department and from the civil services team, departments filed a lawsuit because their personal information was out there.
Right. Bishop Milligan said that they still got to pay Chief Armstrong when he files his lawsuit.
Definitely. So they're gonna have to find that money.
Keisha said that she was told that that's what Chantal's supporters were saying.
That
of course they're gonna say that.
Yeah, of course they don't want to look bad. They wanted to stay in office, but we coming for her behind too.
March the 4th, 2023, ransomware hackers released some stolen Oakland data. So don't tell me it didn't happen. It happened.
More than once. Didn't they release two?
That's part of the threat. They're going to keep releasing until they get their money.
No, they ain't paying them. They ain't got no money.
Oh, well, then they're going to keep their stuff don't keep being compromised.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
I got one of my parents. The city sent her dead son a letter. He been murdered for about 5 years, 6 years. And they sent her a letter saying that his stuff was compromised. So she wasn't happy, right?
So y'all, I got okay. Are kids really going to the library?
Do kids know where the library at?
Right. So
the library is on their cell phone.
Exactly.
Right. Google.
Mm.
So she upped them by 7. So the city council.
Not that much.
The city council. Are they down or up?
No, they got a raise.
They got a $30,000 raise.
No, that doesn't mean they got a raise. That means that the department or the funds allocated to the city council was cut by $30,000. But
yeah,
the raises could have been within the other part of the budget. So it doesn't mean they didn't get a raise. It just means that total budget that is being proposed has been cut by $30,000.
Yeah, because they got a raise last year in the mid-cycle budget.
So she got so the mayor raised her by $65,000, right?
Right. Which could be her department. So that means her aides, if she's hiring somebody to come in to help with administrative or a new deputy or something, she can hire from that budget. That doesn't necessarily mean she's getting $65,000 more in pay.
Mm-hmm.
Till you see the details of that budget, then you will see exactly where it's being allocated.
Right.
Okay, Alice, go ahead and put up the ending part of the budget. So this is the fire department, the city auditor, the public ethics commission, the planning and budget, the housing and community development.
Housing and community development. They sure got a lot of money over there.
They do.
Well, they need that if they're going to be building these low-income housing that they're proposing.
Man,
nobody afford no low-income housing. Low-income housing still got to go according to your income.
I'm just putting it out there.
Well, I heard they got about 5,000 empty low-income apartments that's empty.
Yep.
Yeah.
So have y'all heard? Keisha put this up, y'all. They also stated no one wants to apply for the police commission because of the way the Armstrong case was handled, and Armstrong was favored by the police commission, according to Chantal's supporters.
That is, oh, come on. What have they said? Show me an article where the police commission came out in favor of Armstrong.
Oh, I can find. They did.
Yeah.
They did, but it didn't do no good because
that was after she had already fired him.
Yeah,
that was after the fact. That was after the fact. I'm talking about when this whole thing went down. Did they come out and say, "Hey, let us have our process first"? was after the fact when they said they wouldn't agree to that. That was after she fired him.
So this took them 6-7 weeks then, right? Because
hold up. So they were supposed to meet with her that Monday and give her what they wanted to do.
Their findings.
They hadn't decided on Monday, so they were supposed to meet on Wednesday at 5:30. She wanted at 4.
But Brenda, they could have made that decision a week before though, and they postponed it for some reason.
Right, and she, instead of her waiting for 5:30 for them to tell her that they wasn't gonna fire him, she went on and fired him at 4. And they immediately came out with a statement.
The city council and the commission did not proactively pursue his case. They waited. No, they didn't.
Yeah.
At least in the 30 days, he was put on paid administrative leave.
But he doesn't really fall under that 30-day boundary. He was not. People need to understand. He serves at the pleasure of the chief. She did not even have to fall within that 30-day boundary. She could have gave him 60 days if she wanted to.
That's right. That's right.
He's an executive. He's an executive like the fire chief.
Yeah, there was no such thing as a 30-day.
No such thing as for his. Now, she could have just said, "Hey, look, I understand that we do this for our rank and file, but because this is very complex, we have a very competent chief. Let me extend this until we get more information, so I can have some conversation with the chief." None of that happened.
Right.
But then she comes out and put Warshaw on blast, saying that she was forced to fire him by him. That's what came out later.
That's right. In the paper.
That's after she changed her story 3 times.
Well, exactly, because he's not credible.
Then it was his conversation didn't sound right.
Right, she liked him, but
he was rallying for his job with the people.
Yeah, he should have came out and he shouldn't have came out with the people and had a press conference. He should have just went home, been quiet, and sat down, watched the news. Yeah,
and see what else is gonna happen via the news.
I don't give a darn what nobody say. I do not believe if LaRon would have just stayed at home and been quiet, that they would have reinstated him. It's no way in hell do I believe that would have been possible and that would have happened. I don't see it happening, especially if Warshaw had already told her to get rid of him. So how you going to reinstate him when the oversight said that we're going to get rid of him? We're going to fire him. It ain't no way possible. They just thought he was going to be a Negro that was just going to be quiet and shut up like all the rest of the 12 other police chiefs that they've gotten rid of. And he wasn't, because he's from Oakland, and Oakland loved and supported him and rallied him, and we still rallying and supporting him right now.
Well, maybe not 12 that they got rid of, because 2 of them said they didn't stay long enough to get rid of him. So one left after 7 days.
Figueroa.
He left after 1 day. He was there 1 day.
It was technically 7, because remember it took them 6 days to hire him. So.
It took 7 months to hire.
2 weeks. Matter of fact, Wayne, you had pulled it up, man. You had pulled up the list of how long the longest they have stayed, man.
Yeah, I can pull it up. I still have it.
This is ridiculous, y'all. Exactly. My point exactly, Keisha. They still was gonna fire him no matter what. Because she said, and I quote what she said, after we started rallying, well, she was forced to get rid of Chief Armstrong because of what the oversighter said.
Yeah, well, back to the budget.
Come on, big dog, ride this out by yourself.
What?
Talking about to Oakland's mayor. Big dog, ride it out yourself.
Okay, why do we need $200 million for housing?
Okay, which one was that? The first one or the second one?
What? The $200 million is on the budget.
Yeah. Alex, put it back up, please.
I don't know if is it actually on there?
It ought to be.
Yeah.
It sure enough need to be.
Warsaw's salary is going to be in the details, not on the high budget items. It'll be in the details.
No.
He's
So
not a
now
department.
the 200 million for affordable housing.
I know Warsaw's not getting ready to get another raise.
No, but his money is in there under that first line item.
So did that first line order get cut?
No. Yeah, I think it did. But I'm sure he's not getting cut.
No, because they're committed to that.
Yeah. For 6 more months. Well, 5 more months.
So, Marty, if you want to go back to just 2009, there was 7 police chiefs since 2009.
Okay.
Alone since 2009, 7.
Does it say anything about their time?
Hold on, I'm getting ready to pull it up.
Yeah. Social media, y'all ain't said nothing about the music in the background. Hopefully, y'all don't hear it.
I can't even hear it.
Yeah, we can hear it.
I got my window closed today. Because it has not been a warm day today.
So we had 2009, Anthony Bates.
That's
He lasted almost a year and a half, because in 2011 they had Howard Jordan.
Ocho only lasts about 9 months, a year.
Yeah. 2000, that same year, Anthony Torrubio was interim chief. He lasted till 2013 when they hired Sean Went. He lasted 3 years, from 13 to 16. Then they hired Ben Farrow, and then he lasted up until Figueroa came in, interim chief. He only lasted 2 days. He had 2 staff meetings and he left.
But see, here's the thing. Wait a minute, stop right there. So you know,
they got Ann Kirkpatrick.
Somebody left 2 weeks.
Huh?
We're gonna go back to Paul.
Who's that?
So we're gonna go back to Paul, who served 2 days.
Okay.
So he served 2 days. Why? Why was he let go after the 2 days?
No, he left.
No, he was fired because he was a part of the Celeste Guap case. But he did not get fired. He got demoted. He just retired last year. He just retired.
Hold on.
Demetrius, you stupid. Demetrius said he had a cup of coffee and a donut from Dick's.
From where?
Paul Figueroa was interim chief. He only lasted 2 days. They don't give the details of his firing or his departure.
He was demoted. He wasn't fired. He was demoted.
Okay.
Because he just retired last year.
Well,
he was head of CID.
Let me look him up, and then I'll get the information.
Somebody lasted 2 weeks.
I told you. What?
Somebody lasted 2 weeks. I remember I saw that.
Man, ain't nobody lasted 2 weeks. That was Paul Figueroa. He lasted 2 days.
No, it was somebody else that lasted 2 weeks too. Because I remember Wayne pulled this list up before.
Yeah.
Y'all, we just try to get y'all facts on the podcast. That's all we try to do. We try to get y'all accurate facts because they, it was said in a comment on somebody's page that we don't get facts on real talk.
Okay, so with surrounding Figueroa, there was 3 executive police department personnel who left the department in 9 days.
Mm-hmm.
Figueroa left after he had to step down.
Right.
And it says becoming the 3rd head of the Oakland Police Department to abruptly leave the top post in 9 days, just as another bombshell dropped. So it was around the investigation. You're right.
Yes.
And it had to do with some racist text messages shared among officers. And I think
what you got going on? You didn't pay your bills?
So the same stuff that's happened up in Antioch. Huh?
Yeah, they had a lot going on.
What's that?
They had a lot going on.
Yeah, they got a lot going on. Yeah.
They're not credible messengers over there at the police department.
Right. They didn't give accurate information. Why they didn't get blasted with real talk?
I'm just saying, it's the same thing that happened up there.
Oh yeah.
There's something like 42 officers that were implicated in these racist texts and emails. 42 officers. That's probably the whole force.
On their personal phones, so they're tapping into
on their personal phones.
So
personal phone.
Into their personal phones though. That's their personal stuff.
Well,
ain't that against the law?
If you on duty and you're using your personal phone to communicate to other officers, you putting your own stuff out there.
Well, they could have been eating donuts at the coffee shop.
Michi, hold on. Michi, what did you say?
They should have stuck to the donuts and left the texting alone.
But see, we can't.
At least they can swallow. Yeah, but at least they can swallow the donut.
I'll talking you.
What happened?
Bring your mic up, son. Me and Wayne Mikes is out talking you.
That's okay.
No,
that's because y'all being loud.
I said at least they can eat the donuts.
That's because we have mics, Brenda. Thank you.
Oh, I don't have that.
That's my point.
Okay. I'm a visitor. I guess I'm gonna have to buy one.
As many interviews as you do all over the land, I need you to be more updated in 2023, sister.
As they said, they're gonna buy me a quarter.
I see you on Good Morning America, ABC News, New York, and stuff like that. I'm gonna need you. Matter of fact, your brother get you one. I'll get you a mic.
Okay, I'll be on the radio next week, so you need to hurry up. I'll be on some station.
I'm prime. I get it in the morning before church starts.
Okay. Yeah.
So wait a minute, y'all. Wait a minute. BT said it was so bad that they made it into a skit on Saturday Night Live. What
about the Antioch police?
No. I don't think you're talking about the Antioch police. I thought you were talking about the Oakland police and the police officers that only lasted so many days.
Oh, yeah.
It was Oakland. Yeah, they had 3. 9 days.
We got Keisha. We'll get to her if we can. We only got a few minutes, but we got to talk about this prostitution in Oakland, y'all.
Okay, so no.
Where we going next?
You got that story right, because there's a lot going on with that. It ain't what people think.
What you talking about?
They're talking about the 10 girls that got kidnapped.
Yeah.
In less than a month.
Yeah.
But nobody knows who the 10 girls are.
Yeah. Well, I saw 2 girls on a post.
2.
Yesterday.
2.
They look like they were Latino or high. They were high.
Them new. That ain't including it to 10 now.
Oh, that's not included in the 10.
Here's the thing now.
Wayne, let's do some research. Where the 10
prostitutes been out there for a long time.
Let me explain. Let me look up. Hold on. Go ahead, talk.
They've been out there for a long time. They ain't being trafficked. I'm on 17th and International. When the police drive by, went out Friday, the police went down 15th, and the girls waved at them, and they kept on going.
Well, I was on my way to go pick up Mari late from school, from play rehearsal.
Mm-hmm.
And I noticed that on those streets across from your place, on the other side over there, that they got a bunch of
the barriers,
those dividers in the streets. And I guess that's what, for the Johns to be an assembly line or something like that.
So here's the thing.
Assembly line. What? Marty.
They only have it on that one street. So if you look at the barriers, the girls can walk on the sidewalk and walk up to a car. They can stand on 15th. They can stand on 17th. They can stand on 16th. So that was a waste of money.
Well, I'm from East Oakland, so I thought that was an easy assembly line so that, they won't block the traffic on International.
But I've been there almost 7 years. What used to happen is not even close. Because on Friday nights, ain't no need of you coming down International. Because the The people would be lined up to go around that corner. Honestly, if you want to get somewhere, don't go on East 14. Ain't been that way in a few years, but now it's a upheaval. Them girls pull up in BMWs and park their cars and get out there and stand on the corner.
Yeah, I've seen that. I have seen that. Hold on, y'all. Hey, Joe.
So they're not. I mean, all of them not being. They ain't being trafficked over there. Maybe someplace else, but you know.
I'm gonna go get it when my show's over. I'm on my podcast. Thank you.
So it doesn't. Okay, you have to help me with this, Brenda, because this is the first time I really looked it up. This is just a preliminary view of 3 documents I'm reading. It doesn't appear that the girls that have been kidnapped are even from that market.
No. So while they're connecting them, and the young boy that they had out there, were looking for him, he got into it with his parents and he ran away. So we got to kind of clarify the runaways from the traffic, from the kidnaps, from the ones that want to. We can't lump them all into the same thing because they're not all in the same.
And so,
they're probably lumping them together because it's easy to throw it off that way because you say, oh, that's just them. You know, but it doesn't appear from this document I'm reading here that they aren't even connected to international.
They're not.
I've heard that the 2 girls were walking by the lake and some guys pulled up with guns and told them to get in the car. Now, I heard this 3 weeks ago, and they have not found the girls yet. They were
the one on Trestle Glen. Yeah, they have. Ain't nobody missing. There's nobody missing. They done found everybody they was talking about, except for them 2 girls that from last week.
Okay. So Michi said.
Tell me
they start working from 10th Ave all the way up to 27th Ave.
They do. Yes, they do. He's not telling a lie. And now, if you see a smoke shop, walk in the smoke shop. They have the heels, they have the thongs, they have the net outfits, all of the new smoke shops, all the way to 106. If you go in those shops, they have the stuff for the street workers.
Who owns the smoke shop?
Huh?
Who owns those smoke shops?
Eric.
Not us.
Eric. The one next door to my job, I went in there. I didn't see all that stuff that Brenda said, the one by the funeral.
Is it new though? That one's been there.
Oh, it's new. It's only been up for a little while.
Yeah, I'm talking about the new ones that got the bright lights. Yeah, you walk in there. Go on 106 by Crystal Nails. The new one that just opened by the next to the store. Go in there. They got 7-inch heels with the spikes. They got thongs. They got fishnet outfits. They got all that.
So Brenda, what is this new proposed ebony alert system?
For African Americans only.
What?
Yes. It's to report African Americans when they get abducted.
But everybody else is okay.
So I heard there's an article because they did call this state of emergency last week. So I was on the call with the state of emergency. So the number that was thrown out there is there's 1,500 people that got 1,500 got abducted in the last year. Only 400 of them were African American. So who's at the disadvantage? Is it the African American or the other 1,100 we need to be looking into?
But why are they limiting this alarm system to just African Americans? Is that has to do with the funding issue or something?
I think it's just an idea right now. We were talking about it.
It's being proposed by a state senator, so let me look it up.
And then I'll answer your question in a minute, Keisha.
Yeah, I'm looking at the State Department, the senator's bill, right. Number 673, where it's introduced. From a preliminary quick view of it, they only target. The document says the bill would authorize a law enforcement agency to request the Department of California Highway Patrol to activate an ebony alert with respects to Black youth only. That doesn't make sense. If girls are being abducted,
they being abducted.
I don't care what color they are.
Yeah.
So I bet you this has to do with some funding. I'm going to read this thing. Hold on, y'all. Let me read this thing because I want to be accurate. I don't want Marty's friend coming after me.
Hey, Brenda, Shy said that they're called gift shops.
What? Well, there's called that's what they should be called. That's what they should be called, but they're called smoke shops. But when you go in there, they got plenty of gifts. Trust me. Yeah. And to answer your question, Keisha, yeah, she did ask for that because Nancy's administration didn't help her with the transition. So she feels that she needs that money to pay for the people that she hired because they quit.
Wow. Okay. Go ahead. You big time, madam. Go ahead.
Madame.
One nuts. Ding dong.
But to Keisha, that's the second time she's asked for it. It was denied the first time.
It'll probably get denied this time too.
Yeah, probably.
They know that they.
Oh my God! Okay, so Brenda, here's something that's very interesting. Mm-hmm. The Amber Alert system, which was what they enacted back in 2000, I think it was, 2020. When that program was implemented, missing Black children disproportionately were classified as runaways, not abductees.
Because they're usually running away.
It sounds like this bill is trying to make up for that. Wow.
When it comes to African Americans, it never fails.
None of this makes sense. I mean, they need to clean this up because whether it's Hispanic, Black, white, Asian,
exactly, it
doesn't matter. If our young people are being abducted, it shouldn't matter. The alarm should be notified, just like Amber Alert. The Amber Alert don't say, "Oh, white children only" or Hispanics only. It's that don't make any sense. I don't know how anybody would support this particular thing. Not the way it is.
Oh, they are.
Because there's some funds behind this. I'm guaranteed. Well, I'm gonna find it. Let me look up Senator Bradford. Who is this?
It's just some stuff we just ain't gonna win on.
Well, we're gonna keep us separated and keep us the victims as long as we can, and we should at this point be trying to get away from that and try to stabilize our young Black boys and our Black girls. We can't always have them as the victim.
Correct.
But that starts at home, though.
Correct.
Oh. Wow. Senator Bradford is a Black male.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. He's from Los Angeles.
Oh, I thought you was looking for something else. I could have told you that.
Ah. So that's from Los Angeles.
He down there from your hometown.
Yeah. Interesting.
Let's see. I'm looking for something to send you guys.
Even down there, the percentage, the disparity in terms of percentages, Blacks are still the smallest caseload. If it's true that our African American girls are being listed as runaways, then that's why the percentages are so low compared to the others.
But this is not just Oakland. This is a global thing right here. This is going on all over the nation.
Yeah, I'm saying in terms of California oversight of this program, they are listing African Americans as runaways and not abductees. That's a little bit different. The urgency to find a runaway is different than somebody who's been abducted.
Right. Yeah. But then, when they classify them, when they say They don't say my child has been abducted, my child left home and didn't come back. So that kind of, always throws up the question anyway.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
And then we leave it up to them to categorize what it is.
Yep.
And it's defined. It's defined by the program. The program says. So let me ask you something, Marty and Brenda, because I want to make sure we're accurate. If this is an issue, and Mayor Powell has to decide how to approach this from a local jurisdiction, right? Who is she putting in charge of this? The Oakland Police Department, Department of Child Welfare, Social Services?
She just created the Human Trafficking Advisory Council last week, 2 days ago.
Advisory, but they ain't going out looking for nobody. They just advise it. They meet in somebody's room with a budget to draft some proposal, right?
It's gonna be the police, the community, the victims.
So rather than having the advisory, why don't she just go ahead and pay for some detectives to hit the street?
So here's the thing:
how are we gonna do that? And she done peaked at officers in her budget.
That's what I'm saying, though. If she's creating a department to advise and consent, why not just take that money and put it where some officers can hit the street?
To that point, the Department of Violence, I have a human trafficking nonprofit. So the Department of Violence Prevention gives out contracts for people to intercede in this kind of stuff. So why a whole nother department needs to be made doesn't make any sense to me.
Stuff in place, and
they need to be held accountable and do their job.
It's to create positions for friends and family members, probably.
They have what's called violence interrupters, and they're supposed to be interrupting all of the violence. That includes that.
Look, if you got roaches in your house, you ain't gonna create some commission to study roaches. You're gonna get some pest control.
This is true.
You're gonna call Johnson Pest Control and say, look, we's got some roaches over here. Bring some of that pyrethrum over here and some Dursban and get these roaches out of my kitchen and my closets.
And find out where it's coming from. But I just don't understand how she can effectively have all this stuff in place when she has peaked her officers. Maybe you shouldn't have peaked your officers.
Well, they have 2 officers that are over human trafficking. We spoke with them last week on the call.
Boy, 2? That's it?
Well, it was 2. It was 2.
Man, talk about a disadvantage.
We don't even have enough homicides.
Okay, it's the Advisory Council on Human Trafficking. That's what it is.
Okay, I got that. I got the council. I got it. But anyway, I'm just saying we create all this stuff.
Alameda County got $178 million they trying to spend.
But Brenda, hold on. Wait, time out. No, 4 timeout. The Lakers gonna need a 4 timeout tonight. But anyway,
they losing.
LeBronda. Why is she creating an advisory board when we already have stuff like your nonprofit and other nonprofits that's willing to do the work? Why don't she enhance and put some money and put some people together to help what we already have in place instead of creating something already brand new?
Because Brenda don't fall under her jurisdiction, and she needs control. All right.
Well, then if she ain't a damn thing gonna be done, then.
Well,
so this is the description of them. They will be to a cross sector of survivors, community organizations, and public agencies whose mandate will be 1, identify and help implement targeted and strategic plans to address human trafficking. Okay, we've been paying people millions of dollars every year to do that. Okay, with a focus on buyers. 2, build community awareness on human trafficking and the efforts to address it. Members of the advisory council include representatives from survivor community, community-based organizations, Oakland Police, Alameda County Sheriff's Office, City of Oakland's Department of Violence Prevention, Alameda County District Attorney's Office, and the Office of Council President Nikki Fortunato Bass.
Wait a minute. Wait. Real talk time out. Isn't prostitution legal in California?
Yeah. Because they don't want them to be victimized. So they made the parameters where you can't, it's not a criminal act to prostitute. SB 357. Oh, pick your head up, boo. Pick your head up. It's been legal since January.
January 1, 2023.
Yeah.
So
Senator Weiner drafted it.
Because this little wiener got him in trouble years ago. And now he wanna legalize what his little wiener got him in trouble about.
Watch it.
Well, they should make them file taxes too, because they probably get more money than some people that got jobs. What?
I'm lost again tonight, y'all. And we are already at 7:10. I'm lost, y'all. This is ridiculous. Yeah, Brenda, Kentrail, and Brenda and others, they don't want to pay y'all.
Who said that?
That's what Demetrius said. They don't want to pay y'all.
Oh yeah,
No,
Kentrail
they can't control Brenda. She can't tell Brenda when to come into office and when to go home and what she can and cannot do. See, when they talk that stuff about nonprofits, community activism, other agencies, they're gonna be meeting in somebody's room, coming up with some strategy. They're gonna present it as a public process, and that's where it's gonna stay. Instead of allocating money, instead of giving the police department the money they need to hire detectives or promote some officers to do specifically that, as it is, if you get your car broken into, they're sending out some civilian to take the report, or you got to do that report online. You ain't gonna see no police officer.
No, you're not. You're not. If you get in an accident, if ain't nobody hurt, pull over to the side, take pictures, and send it to your insurance company. Or they'll tell you, if you really want to make a police report, go to Eastmont substation. I know it happened. We was in a funeral several Saturday before Easter. We was in a funeral. My first cousin funeral. He was in a Brenda, was in there burying his mama, having his mama funeral. Somebody sideswiped his BMW right in front of Antioch Baptist Church. It was a police on the corner. They looked at me and said, if y'all want to file a written report, go to Eastmont Mall substation. Did y'all see the car? We're like, no, we'll take pictures and send it to your insurance company. That's what 2 police officers told me.
Hey, you can't blame them. They can't do everything. They can't.
No, they can't, and you keep cutting them. We need to quit talking about we need 1,100 officers for the size of our city. We ain't gonna never have 1,100 officers. Have we ever been close to 1,100 officers? And if so, what happened to them?
See, the Department of Budget Management for the city, the Department of Budget Management for Oakland, their hands are tied because the mayor submits the budget, the council approves it, the Department of Budget Management has to oversee it. But in all that other details, it's in the details. Who's managing the details? See, who's going to be discussing those details is what needs to be looked at, because what's going to be approved in July is going to be much different what we see right now.
Yeah, of course.
It'll be much different. And by time the budget is implemented, it's too late to have conversations about those things.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So the budget got out. Did it get out for people to have rebuttals, or
Yeah, they have. Yeah, it was put out for the community's input. So they've been having series of town halls amongst all the districts. See what the community has to say about it. That was a mistake because everybody got a problem with it. Over here, they feel they need money over here because they ain't safe over here. This organization feel they need to be prioritized and they shouldn't get their money taken. Okay, so everybody got a problem. The ethics committee said they can't do their job because they're not gonna have enough money. So cases are gonna be put on hold. Come on now, who gonna bend? But then we got $200 million for affordable housing, and those projects are gonna be able to be fast tracked. They're not even there's a structure being built, being put together where they
Right.
don't even have to get approved by city council.
Yeah.
The permits are going to be fast tracked. Here's what I saw. I drove by a new development. I looked at all of the signs of the unions that was hanging up there. I went back and looked at the jumpsuit. You know what jumpsuit I'm talking about? Why was their names on the jumpsuit?
Wow. Okay.
So the unions hang their banners up there.
Yeah.
So when I looked at the unions and I looked at the jumpsuit, their names were on the jumpsuit. Their permits are being fast tracked. You don't have to go to city council for approval. But we have a lot of vital organizations that are about to take a hit.
See, and I want to move on to other stuff on Real Talk on Saturdays besides sitting up just talking about the corruption in our city. But it's hard to move on when we got to deal with this every day. I mean, every day it's something. It's like Ringling Brothers and Barnum Bailey Circus at City Hall.
It's the other soul circus.
You still have all these open positions that are creating bottlenecks within the city. So still got all these vacant positions that are vital to the and leadership of the city.
300 positions.
Yeah.
There's a hiring freeze. So they're going to stay vacant.
So the question is, who's managing who?
Ain't that what Regina King said? Well, who's monitoring the monitors on Enemy of the State?
Yeah.
She said that?
Yeah.
They was monitoring Will Smith. Big time. Well, who's monitoring the monitors?
So it's going to be real interesting to see how this ends up in July.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to be straight up honest with y'all before we leave. It's been honestly crazy to find out what new stuff we hear every day.
Woo.
It's some nonsense every day going on in the city of Oakland. The murders ain't stopped. They killing more women. They killing just as many women as they killing men.
They've killed more than they have in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I ain't never known as many women in 2003 that have gotten killed in previous years.
No. Yeah.
I just haven't. It's crazy. I mean, these home invasions and robberies and now these bites and stuff like that, man, Jesus.
You saw those 2 cars that the guys that robbed that old lady?
Yeah.
Hopped out of them 2 cars?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That happens every day.
Letting y'all grandmas walk by themselves.
Not just in Park Boulevard. Not just on Park Boulevard. Not in Montclair. No, it's happening all over. It's happening as well as in the hills.
It's all over. Yeah, it's all over in other cities. Alameda, Richmond. It's all over.
In a minute, I'm gonna say the police officers need to go against crossing each other's lines. And hell,
at some point they may have to do that, Marty. At some point they may have to move more towards a more instead of local authority, they're going to do more state joint authority. So yeah. But again, that depends on the city charters. They have to allow that. They have to, to permit that. So just like when they bring in the sheriffs and they bring in the highway patrol, they're given, authority to do that. So it's a when you talk about people being safe and being able to walk downtown and we can say what we want to say about the police, how bad they are, but when somebody breaking your house, you're gonna want one of them to show up. And there ain't gonna be nobody to show up.
Right. And so you're gonna have a corpse laying on the floor because somebody gonna kill somebody.
Yeah.
I bet you they come again when you start talking about they over here shooting.
Yeah.
I killed somebody in my house for breaking in my house. I killed them.
And that's happening a lot nowadays. I'm shooting them. They came in my vicinity, so they not leaving.
Exactly. They won't leave here like they came in Jesus' name. That's for sure.
Yeah. Woo!
You can't.
Well,
You better come one way, but you gonna leave another way.
A whole different way. Woo!
Yeah, and it will. I promise you, it will not turn out in your favor. It won't be turning around for you. I promise you, it won't. You won't be saying that's like it's turning around for me.
Not at all. It's not turning around in your favor.
It's turning dead for you. Nah, because people get tired.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah, I'm serious. You all. I mean, I think this is. I mean, you can't go downtown. Downtown is like a meat market. You might as well leave your cars. There's a man right now. My aunties and them were in a restaurant where my kids eating, and a guy walked up to my auntie car and was about to put the Slim Jim in there. They ran out the restaurant, saw, they jumped in the car, parked on the side of it, and took off. It's on surveillance camera and everything. And the owner of the place told my aunt, he don't put nothing in his car, and he leave his car unlocked. He don't leave nothing in the glove compartment when he come to work. He leave his car unlocked.
Leave the windows down.
He don't leave them down, but he leave the windows up so people can see. Hey, ain't nothing in here, so I'm leaving. That's what they look in the car to see what they see in there. Yeah. It's even dangerous leaving your car, your chargers in the car.
Wait, Marty.
What, bro?
So I read one where the dude had his side windows down. They broke the back window.
Wait, you stupid dude. Wait. He had the side window down and they still broke the window. Now, you know, you're a dumb criminal. You didn't even know. What is that called?
They couldn't see the back. See, they thought it was something different.
The side windows were down, so they broke the back window.
Hey, wait. Remember on Harlem Nights where Red Fox kept messing up the dice count when they were shooting crap, and they went and got him
Right.
glasses. You mean to tell me criminals can't see? They need to wear them glasses.
Even Stevie Wonder can see ain't nothing in that car.
Boy.
Marty, did I
You know it's bad when they break your windows and the car is open.
It's unlocked. You still breaking the window. This is not nonsense. Wondering why people won't go to church. Wondering why people won't come out after night. Man, I ain't had no afternoon program at my church in about 5 years. I've been stopped doing that.
Okay, did both of y'all look at your phones? I just sent y'all something. That's what I see every day. Did you look at your phone, Mike? Right.
I'm looking at it right here.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah. That was daytime. Daytime.
I see the sun is shining bright.
Wow.
Shining bright.
Yeah.
That is not a diamond.
What?
That ain't shining bright like a diamond.
I know what store she visited though. They got that up the street. That's what they sell up the street. Trust me.
They sell that?
Yeah, that's the fishnet and the shoes.
My God, today.
All right, our work is cut out for next week. Thank you all for joining us. Please pray for us.
Marty, don't keep waking up.
What? What'd you say, Wayne?
Is he still looking? I'm gonna tell you, Wayne. Wayne, come Come on from the mic.
Come back, Wade. Come back.
You know you got to be ye separate. Get out of that short dress. You can't hide. That's what Ray Mack used to say. Get out of that short dress. You can't hide. All right. Okay. They know we're losing our numbers now. They said they done stopped talking about the Oakland budget now. All right.
That's a part of the Oakland budget. That's a part of the budget.
Well, yeah.
All right.
Okay, we have tears rolling out our eyes, and I'm out of water, so that means the show is over.
It's over.
We shall see y'all at this same time, this same batch station on next week, where my guest will be my brother and my sister. Y'all, we are so good together.
You know what? You should have
I'm
them
going to look this stuff up. I'm going to look this stuff up and have some documents for y'all, because I need to find out more about that background. So that don't make seriously, that don't make no sense to me. To target only African American kids. Yeah, that don't.
Ebony alert. Yeah, that's.
Go ahead, Brenda.
You should ask the public what they want us to talk about.
Okay, I'll. But you know what? I ain't asking the public. How about I ask our followers?
That's what I meant. Our followers.
Yeah, what's some subject that you would like the three of us to discuss and talk on here?
Yeah, because we be on here.
What can we bring on here? We may bring a guest on here. Okay. But now we be too hard for guests. They'll be like, I don't want to ever come on Real Talk.
I'm feeling some kind of way.
Because we ain't never scared. We'll say it.
And you make sure you send Pastor Milliken that link.
Absolutely, I'm gonna text it to him.
Yeah.
Keith said maybe you can make a poll. Well, if I make a poll, that ain't us. That ain't the public. That's us saying, okay, do y'all want us to
say that?
Keisha.
Oh.
Post it with options so we can vote on it. Well, okay. All right, y'all. My baby is here. Here I come, Joe. My baby's at the door. I see y'all. Y'all have a great night. Listen,
all right. See y'all.
At 10 a.m. for Pastor Elliot Ivy in the morning, and I will be preaching for Victory at 12. Yanni will be preaching for Bishop Joseph Simmons and Young Adult Day at Greater St. Paul on tomorrow. Y'all put a little prayer on it for us. We appreciate y'all. Y'all have a blessed night.
Of course.
We have to do that. I might have to go up there and support my daughter.